60 Minutes Overtime.
This week on 60 Minutes, we interviewed Jeff Koons, who's one of the probably best-known contemporary artists working today, a polarizing figure. He's been making art for more than 40 years now. It's interesting when you do a profile on Jeff Koons because there's been so much written about him, and people have such a wide variety of opinions about him in the art world. I like Jeff Koons' work, and I find his work interesting. I mean, I don't understand all of it, and some of it I don't get at all. It's challenging, and it makes me think. The Celebration series is a body of work that Jeff Koons started making in 1993, and it comprises 16 sculptures, 16 photorealist paintings.
The Balloon Dog's one of the first pieces of a body of work I call Celebration.
Probably the most famous sculpture in the Celebration series is Balloon Dog, and it's probably one of the most iconic and recognizable works of art of our time. A small version of it broke at an art fair a couple months ago, and it made news around the world.
This is what is left of one of Jeff Koons' famous Balloon Dog sculptures.
People are getting alerts on their phone that a Jeff Koons Balloon Dog was shattered at this art fair, which just tells you a little bit about how iconic those balloon dogs have become. What is it made of?
This is stainless steel, and then transparent colors are placed on top. I worked on this from 94 to 2000. And
you worked on this for 6 years?
On 6 years.
Jeff Koons' work on a technological level is very different and involves the work of sometimes dozens of people over the course of many years at times. The system that Jeff Koons has set up to produce the art to his specifications, it's very rare, I think, to see and to see up close like this. It's expensive to make it.
It's very expensive. And originally when I made this piece, I thought that I could make it for about $300,000, which still, that's a lot of money, $300,000. But it ended up, just to create the piece, ended up costing me 1.6.
Wow. How many balloon dogs this size have you made?
There are 5, and they're unique in their color.
The Celebration series is interesting because if you don't know anything about when it was made and what Jeff Koons was thinking about it, it looks like a very sort of happy, upbeat celebration of childhood.
This is Party Hat. So I made Party Hat in 1995 to 1997.
Mm-hmm. The backstory on it is interesting because Koons actually had been going through a very difficult divorce from a woman he had been married to, who'd been a porn star, who then became an Italian member of parliament. They had a son named Ludwig, and when he was a year and a half old, in the midst of divorce proceedings, his ex-wife took Ludwig to Italy.
The evening before, we just had a year-and-a-half birthday party for him.
He was taken the next day?
Yeah, he was taken the next day.
Oh my God.
And so I ended up making this party hat.
The party hat in the party hat painting that Jeff Koons made is actually the party hat, he says, that Ludwig was wearing for his 1.5-year-old birthday party, which they had. Do you see a darkness to it?
I mean, I think I see darkness in everything to a certain degree. I mean, to be able to enjoy light, you have to understand and appreciate it. But it's really about moving forward. I needed, in a way, to find a way to believe in humanity, to continue to trust in humanity and to sustain myself and to maintain a belief.